I had to get on here and like record this because I actually have some pretty good news. So I did a live yesterday. I was walking and nearly melted on live. But I wanted to come on here and let you guys know that I literally made a phone call and got a yes. This apartment complex just said yes to me. So I made a list. I've been researching, y'all. I've been researching. So I researched a bunch of apartment complexes in a specific area. And I wanted a certain look. I wanted a certain type of apartment. And so I kept looking. I've put down a lot of places. I was looking at prices, comparing prices, looking at the location, what it's nearby, its amenities. All of that stuff is a big deal to me because this is the things you're going to present to your tenants. These are the things that you want them to enjoy as well. So with all that being said, I had a list of about maybe 10 apartment complexes to start with that I was going to call because like I said, before I actually got my first Airbnb with my apartment complex, I had received a bunch of no's. Like I was getting no all day, all night. And I think this time around that I'm hearing no, I hear it different. I hear a no and I hear try something else. Go somewhere else. That's not the right fit for you. They're not right for you. You're not missing out on anything. You're not losing out on anything. So when I hear no, I just hear the word pivot, which means to just go a different direction, do something else. And it's fine. I don't get offended by the no's. And I'm always very understanding when they explain to me their no, because I get it. It's a safety issue. A lot of people don't want strangers coming in and out of their complex for the safety of their tenants that actually do reside there. I get all of that. But y'all, I called this apartment complex. I was like, hi, my name is such and such. I am the owner of LoveLee Properties, and I wanted to know if your complex allows corporate leasing. Do you know this man said no with the quickness? I mean, yes. He said yes. He didn't say no. He said, of course we do. And I said, but not to him. He didn't hear me say that. But I was so shocked that he answered so, because I'm like I said, y'all, I just said this. I get no all the time. I'm not expecting him to be like, oh yeah, because to me, the code word for Airbnb is corporate leasing, okay? Because if I'm not able to land anybody corporately, like anybody that works in maybe the tech field, or maybe anybody that's a nurse or working in the nursing field or anything like that, if I'm not able to get somebody outside of Airbnb, that's where I'm gonna have to go to. So I have a yes. So what I did was I left him my information. He was very nice, very receptive. And I'm gonna go see the apartment tomorrow, like tomorrow morning at 9. So I'm really excited. I've already looked at this place online. Like I said, you guys, these apartments that I made a list of are places I strategically and specifically chose to scout and to call and try to see if I can do an Airbnb there. And it's for a reason, y'all. Check out the amenities. Drive by these apartment complexes at night. Y'all know what they say. You don't know what it's like until you drive by somewhere at night. Like, really be thorough and be picky. Be picky, be choosy about the apartment complex you want to do your Airbnbs or your corporate leasing out of. Like, because for one, this has to attract other people. So if it's not attracting you, then why are you even dealing with that? The reason I'm even looking for another apartment complex is because the one that I'm at now, which is nearly new, it ain't even been open 2 years, has really fallen off. Like, I even looked at the reviews on Google for that apartment complex recently, and everybody's saying the same stuff. There's like trash everywhere. No one's really keeping up with the apartment complex. It seems like there's a lot of rowdiness that goes on in the hallways. There is a park. There's a volleyball sand court and a pool there, but the park is really small. It's not like your average park. This park is like something they just threw over there to just make it look nice and colorful. So these kids really don't have nowhere to play or ride their bikes, so they ride them in the hallways. And they ride them in the hallways by everyone's door because the hallways at this complex, the hallways are so big and nice and wide. So these kids just play in the hallway, and their parents let them, and they're loud. And I'm not just saying playing. They're riding their bikes in these hallways. They're playing soccer, kicking a soccer. So everything is just going downhill at this apartment complex. I know it. I realize it. I'm okay with it. And I just need to pivot. So I'm going to be saying no to this complex soon. My lease will be coming up soon, I think around October. So that is why I'm looking now. because I know I'm going to hear a lot of no's. I know people are going to tell me, no, we don't do that here, we don't allow that, or there's these, and I mean, I don't know what I'm walking into tomorrow with the yes that I already have. Maybe there's stipulations with me receiving a yes. I know one complex told me that I can only get a certain, what is it called? I can only get certain types of layouts, floor plans, because of what I was doing. He said, if you're doing corporate leasing, then you can only get these two particular type of floor plans. And so I'm like, dang, like y'all really, y'all throwing me out in the dirt with the wolves, but that just wasn't the place for me. So the place I found today, I literally just called before I got on live, y'all. That's literally, I'm sorry I look bad, I know. I'm on my way to drop some stuff off at my Airbnb because it's missing a couple things. So that's why I'm looking like a little rough and ratchet. But y'all, I was sitting in traffic in Houston, Texas, and I said, let me start calling the numbers on this list, because my plan was to originally visit them. I visited some yesterday, I visited some the day before, and I had a really pretty good outcome. I got a maybe yes, and then the rest were no's, which is fine. But today I was like, let me just call these places, because maybe I'm wasting my time going up there. Maybe I should just call. And I called, and the first number I called, the guy was like, yes, we do corporate leasing. So I'm going to go up there tomorrow looking like a professional that I am. Not like this right here, but like the professional. And I'm going to have my little, work bag, and I'm going to be, with my heels on, and we're going to get it done. I'm going to look at the apartment. Now, when I go to apartments and I'm looking for something that I want for my Airbnb, this is what I look for. And maybe this is something you could add to your list too. So here are the things that I peep out when I go to an apartment complex. For one, I peep out the diversity. If I see people walking around, I'm looking at who they are. Is this a diverse complex? Is this just majority one versus the other? And then I also look at my surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Is there trash everywhere, all over is the landscaping nice? Is it a nice complex to even look at? Does it look sketchy when you pull up on the complex? That's what I'm looking for. Those things matter, because you got to understand, people are traveling from wherever and coming to a place that they're not familiar with. So pulling up to a sketchy complex, I would be pissed, okay? So that stuff matters to me, y'all, because it matters to my tenants. Another thing I look at is the amenities. So I don't allow dogs in my apartments. I'm sorry. I've dealt with animals, and it's just a mess. There's no amount of money that I want to make to deal with pets. It's just not. But I look at the amenities. If they have a dog park, do they have an actual park? Are there a lot of children around? Is there a washer and dryer in the unit? Is there a pool at the unit? Is there a balcony? What else? Does it come with stainless steel appliances? And if they're not stainless steel, what does the apartment look like with them not having stainless steel appliances? Because some people are like, that's the standard. Oh, no. And honestly, the apartment I have right now has an old school, like the regular plain black fridge. And let me tell you, that apartment stay booked. It stays booked with that regular old fridge in there. And at first it bothered me, but now that I have a unit and I see how well it's doing without all the glitz and glamour of having the stainless steel appliances, I know I'll be fine. So those are things that I look for. I also look at the staff. Y'all, the staff makes a difference because the staff and people that work there are the people you're going to be creating a work relationship with. These are people who you're going to be seeing, speaking to, dealing with if you have an issue with appliances, dealing with if you need to schedule pest control. These are people, so you have to make sure that you kind of scout them out too and see what their vibe is like. So I'm going to go visit the apartment tomorrow. They have studios and they have 1 bed, 1 bath that I'm looking for. And he said by October, they're going to be renovating. They're renovating now. So by October, every unit that they have will be fully renovated. So I'll be getting a newer renovated unit. So I'm just happy. I'm excited about this news, and I just want to share it. That's all. Like I said, just go do the research. If you put in the work will work itself out, y'all. It will work itself out. It took me about maybe 2 or 3 hours to get 10 complexes on my list. And that's because I am literally with a fine-tooth comb going through each of these complexes. Do you know that I also go to the Google reviews? So I pull it up on my laptop. I look at the pictures. I go to the actual website. Then I go on my phone while I have the website pulled up and pull up the Google business on Google. I look it up on the maps. I look at all the reviews. I look at their photos as well to compare, because sometimes they got old stuff and new stuff up. I also look at the reviews. The reviews tell everything. The reviews will let you know whatever you didn't know you wanted to know about that complex. So there's a lot of different things that you need to do to research and find the right place. But once you do that and you get a good list of maybe 10, if not more, apartment complexes, start visiting them or showing up and calling or emailing. All that information is available online and you can access it easily. So just do it. Just get up and do it. I've heard no for so long and for so many times that I didn't think that it would be easy for me to hear a yes this soon. But they do corporate leasing, so that is my goal. Like I said, I want to get my Airbnbs off of Airbnb. Okay, that is my eventual goal, is to get them off of there and get them onto a platform where I have people staying long midterm. So midterm meaning from 1 month to about 11 months. That is what I want to do. So Airbnb right now is just going to hold me over until I get to where I want to go. And nothing's wrong with Airbnb, but I just got to get out of there. I got to get out. But anyways, hopefully this is encouraging to you. If you don't get up and make phone calls, at least get up and do the research. Try to find these places. They're out there. People are saying yes now. Everything is changing so much because of COVID. Everything has been disheveled and just everywhere. So people saying no is likely, but there are people who are willing, because you know why? They need to put bodies in their buildings, okay? And if they want to work with us, we can do that. That's what Airbnbers are for. That's what we do. But I represent myself. This is the key thing you need to do. Whenever I introduce myself, whether I'm calling, I'm showing up at the door, or whether I'm emailing, I always say my name, my business name, and I represent my business as a corporate leasing company. Okay? That's what you do. You are a corporate leasing company. All right? Now, if you haven't corporate leased anybody yet, that's fine. And if you're on Airbnb for the time, that's fine too. But if your goal is to do corporate leasing, then that's what you do. That is what you do. Airbnb, y'all see that homeless dude? He's always over here. I give him money all the time. I have no cash on me, but corporate leasing, that is what you need to say. If you say Airbnb, you will get every single no you never thought you could have, because Airbnb is like a bad word. It's like the F word. It's like MFer. It's like the B word. It's all the bad words. So don't ever use Airbnb, okay? And one thing I also do on Airbnb, because I get a lot of people who actually stay 1 to 2 weeks on average, in my description of my Airbnb, the first thing you will see in my description is that I welcome long-term tenants. I specifically indicate that. I'm telling you, that's the first thing you're gonna see. I welcome long-term tenants who would like to stay. So as soon as you look at my unit, you're gonna say, oh, okay, well, it don't have to be just a weekend thing or a 1 or 2 day thing. She actually allows people to stay long-term. So that is another good tip as well to put out there for your unit. But I'm at my unit now, and I have to get off of here so I can open the gate through the app. But I'm at my complex. I'm finna drop off this dishwashing liquid. I'm telling y'all, this kind of stuff happens all the time. But I love what I do. I love this. I wouldn't trade it for the world. If you have any questions, leave me a message on any of my videos. You can send me an email at loveleeproperties@gmail.com. LOVELEEPROPERTIES@gmail. Have an amazing and blessed day. See you guys later.